Hello, seventh graders. Take two. We'll see if Joey cooperates and technology. So here we go. You're going to find when you open up my page a new banner. So I want all of you to know that you have until June 17th to turn in late work. Ideally, if you are spot on, keeping up, the assignment that we're going to be talking about in this video, next week's assignment, is the last week of classwork. Technically, it should be done, due, turned in by Friday the 12th. So if you have been keeping up with all of the assignments, then on Friday the 12th, you can be done with school. All right. Those of you that need extra time, you have extra time. All right. So if you've got assignments, maybe you were slow going with the beginning of this distance learning for whatever reasons. You have any of those assignments, all 11 weeks, to get those in by June 17th at 3 p.m. All right. Individually message me if you've got questions. Here's my ask. I do want all of you to go into Skyward, and I want you to make sure that indeed I have graded what you have submitted. It's hard to describe, but Schoology gives me notices about submissions for only the current week. So if you submit something and it was from a couple weeks ago, Schoology gets it. I just don't know it's out there. It's not like a piece of paper in my tray that stares at me until I grade it. It's almost like it gets buried on my desk, which is Schoology in a way. Okay, so I don't know if that analogy helps or not, but basically you see an assignment and it's submitted and not graded, message me and then I'll know to go look at it. Okay, all right, great. You help me do this because what I am going to do is go through all of your names and then assignments, but I still might miss them. It's not a real glaring error that I would catch. So I want to do my best, but I might need your help because I might make mistakes. So, okay. All right, let's talk about this week. So you got your running banner that's going to like harass you on every single page so you know. And then for the update, a little bit different this week, you guys. I am going to post this particular video right here, but note the change. I'm to teams. Sixth period went okay. If nothing else, it was great to see their faces. So let's do it. Let's see how it goes. I'm including this video because based on your poll, I think these videos actually are helpful. So I'm really glad, really happy to make them. But before Teams, so I want you to notice the link that I'll post 10 minutes before class starts. But before Teams, this is what I'd like for you to do. Watch this video just like you are, but then also you go ahead and look at the lesson. Our weekly assignment for week 11 for this coming up week is like a 1-pager. It's 20 points. So it's double the amount of points, but you're going to create kind of like a final model, one-stop shop, Unit 4, Pop and Eco. All right, so that's what you're going to be doing. Let's look specifically at that assignment. So when you go into the materials folder and you click on the assignment, you will see kind of a brief explanation of what you're going to be doing embedded in the assignment. And then you've got your rubric. All right. So down below the assignment, you will see the things that I am grading on and how much. So this is a 20-point assignment. You're going to need to include a food web, matter cycle and energy flow, abiotic factors, layout and presentation. Notice this graph. It's worth 0 points. It's optional. The graph is an extension. It could raise your grade. But these things should be done very well. And then it could almost, calling it an extension, but it would be extra points. Deeper at this nutshell at the actual assignment. So how does energy flow and matter cycle through an ecosystem? What factors impact an organism's environment, positively or negatively? The three bulleted things that you need to include is the food web, how matter cycles and energy flows, and the abiotic factors. Optional extension, the graph. So what are you doing for the food web? Well, you're going to create a food web of 12 plus organisms and clearly label the organisms. These are original artwork. You are not cutting and copying from the internet. You cut and copy, you lose points. Okay, so again, like last week, some of you were cutting and copying. You lost points. The matter cycle energy flow, 2 to 3 sentences describing how energy is flowing and then matter is cycling. Use green arrows to show the energy flow, red arrows to show the matter cycling. All right, that's your input and your output. Then for your abiotic factors, I want you to give 2 to 3 sentences explaining the cause and effect to the food web when an abiotic or non-living factor enters the ecosystem. Okay. Your sentences, I'm saying 2 to 3. I'm trying to keep it brief. They can't be vague. These need to be power sentences. If you're only using 2 to 3, you want to make sure you're including the most important descriptive language to describe what's going on. Here is your extension piece for the graph. The graph you may copy from the internet. Include a graph that shows the impact of abiotic influences to the environment. I'm not having you create data. You can go to the internet and find out about the CO2 levels, for example, in your environment, and then give 3 sentences to describe what you're seeing. I've included a couple extra resources to help you if you do the extension piece. I'm going to scroll back up. Remember, the graph is optional. You do need to include the food web, matter cycles, energy flow, and abiotic factors. This is optional. Let's look specifically at your points. The explanation and annotations are in boxes. Do you remember when we did that with the landforms model? Same deal. Again, with the landforms model as the example, here's a word bank for you, if that helps you out. Use the words accurately. Don't just string them along to make you sound, like you're using the word of the day, but use them appropriately and accurately, all right? Correct spelling and punctuation, not plagiarized, but in your own words. Drawings are clearly labeled and detailed. Use of colors intentional. Work is original, not copy and pasted from the internet. And then information picture from the internet included as a source. This is a graph source. Your graph is what you copied from the internet, and tell me where you got it. All right. So that is basically the assignment. So looking at the materials folder for week 11, you're going to basically see 2 things. You're going to have the assignment final model, and then that doc that we were just looking at, that's what this is. But embedded in this assignment is the details as well. Okay. So how are you going to do this? You could choose any draw platform. OneNote can be snipped and copied into Schoology if you're a Word person. Yeah, if you're having trouble with technology, you could do it on, paper and then take a JPEG and attach it. All work needs to be attached though to Schoology because that is how the grading is done. So, all right, I think that's it. I will plan on seeing you all at your appropriate time on a Teams. So you will see 10 minutes before the Teams meeting a link to the Teams meeting. I've jumped into 6th grade class so I can show you what you'll be looking for 10 minutes before your class starts. Here's the link. Join Microsoft Teams meeting. I'm sure most of you have done this in other classes, but in case you haven't, you'll just click on this link and then hopefully I'll be there this time. So, all right, guys, I think that's all I've got. I hope you're doing well. Please message me. We're in the home stretch. I'm sure you're tired. I am sure you are. But let me help you then. Let me help you get you across the finish line. You've done amazing. Can't wait to connect with you guys next week. But keep in touch. All right. Bye.